In recent weeks and days, you may have heard a lot about the legal reform here in Israel, about the reasonableness bill, and about Israelis taking to the streets in protests. But what exactly is the legal reform, and what is the reasonableness bill that has caused so much controversy and has threatened to divide the country? The reasonableness bill, or reasonableness standard bill as you may have heard it called, is one part of the coalition's proposed legal reform. It's legislation presented in the Israeli Knesset, or parliament, that seeks to limit the High Court's ability to strike down government decisions based on reasonableness. Until now, the High Court in Israel could strike down a government decision by deciding that it is unreasonable. Now, critics of the legislation say that reasonableness is a crucial part of the Israeli legal system and one of the few measures that allows for the judicial branch to provide checks and balances over the government, a key value of democracy. Critics say that if the standard is cancelled, it would remove the court's ability to effectively strike down any unreasonable decisions made by the government, essentially allowing the government to make any decision it wants without repercussion. However, supporters of the legislation say that the judiciary in Israel has too much power, that the reasonableness standard allows the High Court to simply overrule government decisions made by elected officials just by deciding they are unreasonable. Supporters say that this undermines democracy as it provides the courts the ability to overrule and interfere in decisions made by elected officials who are representing the will of the people. The judicial reform has deeply divided Israeli society. There are weekly protests against the reform on the one side. You have surely seen and heard of this. And on the other, there are many who support the legal reform. It's important to note that there is a consensus in Israeli society from both sides that some type of legal reform is necessary. And now Israeli President Yitzhak Herzog has been seeking to find a compromise between both sides to reach a widespread consensus on this important issue. Because without a consensus, Israel will continue to remain deeply divided.